Okay, folks, sorry to scare you with this demon's face, but I had to show it to you because there's something connected to this creature. Anyway, this dude has a Kurt Cobain image, a tattoo on its chest, and Kurt Cobain right here has the crown of thorns, right? And I'm going to show you how Kurt Cobain connects to something that happened today. So if you guys remember my older videos on my channels that got terminated, I showed you that Medina Spirit, a horse that won the Kentucky Derby this year, okay? And its name was Medina Spirit. It was trained by Bob Baffert, and it was the number 8. And I connected it to Trump. Let me show you how. And I'll show you later how it connects to Kurt Cobain. But real quick, this horse died today. And like I said, Medina Spirit died today, which is 12/6. And these numbers have significance because 6/12 is George Bush Sr.'s birthday. And 2/16 is the 216th day of the year is Obama's birthday, which is August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. And those numbers, again, June 11th is 162nd day of the year, where the Seattle Elvis catastrophe happens. Like I said, I could keep going because 6/21 is Prince William's birthday. Any combination of the numbers 162, 261 is connected. And here is some anagrams for the word Medina. I'm sure you can make some more out of it. And after Medina Spirit won the Kentucky Derby this year, there was a huge scandal. And it was on the news all the time that the horse failed a drug test. And they wanted to take away his crown for winning the Kentucky Derby. And now you're going to see why Medina Spirit was such a big deal, okay? Because Medina Spirit was born on April 5th, which is the 4-5. The 4-5 connects to Trump, okay? Anytime you see the 45, you know they're talking about the T-Man, Trump. That's why the horse won the Kentucky Derby this year. That's why it was embroiled in controversy, and that's why it just died today. Okay? You understand? Because it was born on 4-5, the 45 connection. And you know what? If you add 4 plus 5, that's 9. And then add these 3 numbers, 8, 1, and 2, that's 11. 9, 11, too. Connected. And I also brought up the fact that Bill Gates lives in Medina. I mean, he did live in Medina, Washington. I'm not sure if he still does now after his supposed divorce. But look, it was a 66,000 square foot. You see that? It's got the triple zeros for the Triple Crown, and the 66 is the twin number. And there's a Medina in Ohio. This is the area code for Medina, Ohio. And it's, look at that, it's got the 33, 330. And there's even a Trump in Ohio. Trump area, there's a place called Trump in Ohio, and it's 330 also. Same as Medina. You see what I'm saying? It's connected. And when he won the Kentucky Derby, Medina Spirit, I told you he was the number 8 horse, and he was 12-1. And this is how they always write the odds, 12-1. If you add those numbers up, it's 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 1 is 4. And remember, he was wearing number 8, so it's 8-4. And that's the day I'm telling you Trump gets his head wound, August 4th, in Ohio, on Obama's birthday. Whoa, sorry to scare you again, folks, with this demon's face. And now I'm going to show you why I brought up, this creature. It's got Kurt Cobain's face on it, the tattoo, and it's got a crown of thorns on its head. Kurt Cobain died on April 5th. It's the 4-5 number again for Trump. You understand? 4-5. And I'm going to connect him to Trump. You'll see, besides the 4-5. His body wasn't found till April 8th. Okay? So that's 4-8, which is the 8-4 backwards, where Trump gets his head wound on 8-4. So his body wasn't found till 8-4, but he actually died on April 5th, the 45, which is the Trump number, 4-5. And 8-4 is the Trump head wound. And he was found in Seattle, Washington, which connects to the Elvis event. I told you, it's always a twin connection too, with these guys. They love to incorporate both of them. Anyway, he's a Seattle native, I believe. And Kurt Cobain's father's name is Donald. And Kurt Cobain, his middle name is Donald. You see? And, whenever you see the 2-2, like, look, he was born in February 20th. If you take out the 0, it'd be 2-2, right? And it was in the year 67, so it's 2267 or 6722. If you put Elvis into the gematria calculator, look at this. The first row right here equals 6722. You see that? Just like Kurt Cobain's, birth date, it was 2/20/67. And Medina Spirit's trainer was Bob Baffert. And look at his name. His initials are BB, which is the 2-2. Okay? B is the second letter, right? BB. And look, if you count the other B, it's 222. Or if you count the 0, it's 2 plus 0 is 20, plus BB is 22. So 2022. Do you get it? Told you next year is the year, folks. You understand? And Medina Spirit, he was in Bob Baffert's barn, like I just showed you. And in Louisville, where the Kentucky Derby is run, he has barn number 33, Bob Baffert. So every time he's won the Kentucky Derby, because he's won a bunch of Kentucky Derbies and a few Triple Crowns, I think, he's always had the number barn 33, because this guy is super important, this dude. All right? And that's why they gave him the barn 33, because not only because of his name, you see the 2-2 name, the BB. I told you BBB is very important because it's the 222. Just like American Pharaoh, he won the Triple Crown for Bob Baffert. And remember, he has the barn number 33. And he was Obama was president when American Pharaoh won the Triple Crown in 2015. Okay? And look at his birth date, this horse. 2-2 again. You see, actually, there's a 2 right there. So it's 2-2-2 again. And by the way, February 2nd is the 33rd day of the year. You see, he was born on the 33rd day of the year. And he was in barn number 33 with Bob Baffert. And look at that. He was 16.2 hands tall, this horse. Look at that. It's got the 162, which is the June 11th date. 162nd day of the year is June 11th. And American Pharaoh is named after Obama, really, because they said that Obama looks like Pharaoh Akhenaten. So they're basically talking about, Obama right there. Yikes. Anyway, listen, I'm going to get to the point about why I'm showing this person. I haven't told you exactly why I'm showing this yet, but you'll see. It's going to be in the end of the video. So again, let me remind you why I'm doing this video. Okay, Kurt Cobain died on April 5th, which is the 4-5. The horse today that died, Medina Spirit, He was born on 4/5. Okay, Kurt Cobain died on 4/5, and Medina Spirit was born on 4/5. Because it's all about Trump, who is the 45, right? 4/5. So I wanted to see who else died on April 5th. You know, there's Charlton Heston, who was a really prominent figure, you know, in the movies and politics too, you know. I think he was the head of the NRA too. NRA equals 33. Anyway, he died on April 5th. Oh, in the year 2008 too. The 8th and the month was the 4th. But anyway, you have the 45 connection. And Charlton Heston has the TON for Washington. And he was born on October 4th, which is the 10-4. And if you ask Google what does October mean 8? Because see, what happened was October in the old calendar used to be the 8th month. Okay? So that means that 10-4 is actually 8-4. Do you get it? So do you get what I'm saying? So he died on April 5th, which is the 4/5, which connects to Trump, 4/5. And he was born on the 10-4, which is actually the 8-4. And I told you Trump gets his head wound on 8-4. And it just so happens he was 84 years old. Yeah, right. Just another coincidence, right, folks? 8-4. Do you understand what I'm showing you? And you remember I did a video earlier this year. I mean, whatever, less than 2 months ago. What am I talking about? About this guy, Colin Powell, who died this year. You know, he was involved in the Bush 9/11 thing, too. He was Secretary of State when George Bush Jr. Anyway, April 5th, he was born 4/5. And you know, the 3/7 is the EL. You know what I mean? Anyway, 4/5 is the Trump, right? And he died on 10/18. And why am I showing you this? So remember, Colin Powell was born on 4/5. Forget about the year. He was born on 4/5, and he died on October 18th, 10/18. Look how many months and days are in between. 6 months and 14 days. 6/14 is Trump's birthday. You see that? In between Colin Powell's birthday and his death was 6 months and 14 days. 6/14. I told you it's about Trump. It's all about the 45, Trump. And Colin Powell was born on April 5th, 4/5. And how old was Colin Powell? 84 years old. You see that? Again, 8-4. With all the other connections I just showed you. Just like Charlton Heston, who died at 84. And interestingly enough, right now, Trump has a sister named Marianne Trump Barry. Barry. Obama's other name is Barry Soetoro. That's right. Anyway, Barry Trump, get it? Anyway, she was born on the same day as Colin Powell. April 5th, 1937. And she's 84. Because I just told you Colin Powell just recently died, right? But she's still alive. So now I'm going to show you why I was showing that creature with the tattoo of Kurt Cobain. So remember, they didn't find Kurt Cobain's body till April 8th, which is the 4/8, which is the 8-4 backwards, right? And remember, he died actually on 4/5. So it's the 45 and the 8-4 connection right there to Trump and his head wound. Oh, and before I show you the tattoo connection, let me just say this. You know, that Ohio, which I told you where Trump's going to get his head wound, it's the 17th state, but there is, you know, some weird things. They're saying that it could have been the 48th state because it wasn't fully made a state until years later or something. But anyway, so that's why there's another connection to the 8-4 with Ohio where Trump gets his head wound. Yuck. Listen, I'm going to show you now why I'm showing this creature named Jeffree Star, okay? So you can see that this creature has all kinds of tattoos all over its body. And I'm going to show you right here. You see the words? It says Rapeme. I don't want to say that word. Okay, it's right under Kurt Cobain. Remember, he was born 4/5, which is the Trump number, 45, wearing the crown of thorns like Jesus. And you know, he's got blondish hair. Okay? And look at all the tattoos, right? And you see how many tattoos supposedly this person has? I mean, I'm not 100% if that's accurate, but it says it's 108 tattoos. And why is that important? Because Elvis was born on 1/8, okay? And what is right next to Kurt Cobain's tattoo on this person's chest? Elvis Presley. You see? Elvis right next to the crown of thorns and Trump. You see? And what does it say right under? I told you. Rapeme. I don't want to say that words. I wonder what that equals in gematria. So look, here's the words that was on that person's chest. Look what it equals. 5831, 10432. 5831, 10432. It equals the exact same as the word Father. You see that? You see how they love to mock our Father in heaven? So now when you see Elvis, like I told you, Elvis is right next to Trump, because I told you they're the devil twins. It's got the crown of thorns. And he died on 4/5, which connects to Trump, who is the 45 guy. And they have the word Father right here. You see that? You see how they like to invent words that mock God? And notice what's surrounding Elvis. It's a beehive. B, B, B. Get it? 2022. The BBB. The 222. You can't make this stuff up, man. Oh, and I looked up what the word honey equaled. It equals 67, just like Elvis. Elvis equals 67. But that's the only number that matched. And they also had a picture of Audrey Hepburn. She was in that movie Roman Holiday from years ago. I don't see any other connection. I looked up the dates on her, nothing. So anyway, let me end the video. I've already gone too long. Like I said, Trump and Elvis are the devil twins. This is Trump, they're saying. And I told you, Trump thinks he's the Godfather, the Don, and that's why you have the Father word made up with these letters right under the Trump character. I told you, it's all about the 4/5. I mean, how many connections do you want, folks? He dies on 4/5. They don't find his body till 4/8, which is the 8/4 connection, because Trump gets his head wound on 8/4 in Ohio. And his father's name is Donald, Kurt Cobain's father, and his middle name is Donald, Kurt Cobain. And it's a Seattle connection too, because I told you it's next year, the 2022 is this twin events. Elvis Seattle, the June 11th event, and Trump head wound in Ohio on August 4th, Obama's birthday. Like I said, utter mockery. End of video.